Everyone, so welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTED channel. So my friends, today we are going to talk about barriers and challenges to inclusive education. All right, we all know that inclusive education means giving equal opportunity to all the students irrespective of the backgrounds they belong to, right? Which means equal treatment to everyone in spite of their differences in socioeconomic status, cultural identity, or any other relevant fields, right? So there is no discrimination when we talk about inclusive education. So today, this video is from Unit 5, and this video is video number barriers to inclusive education. Inclusive education aims to provide equal opportunity for all students regardless of their abilities, socioeconomic background, or cultural identity. However, several barriers can hinder the successful implementation of inclusive education. These barriers can be broadly categorized into societal, institutional, and individual challenges. So, as I was mentioning in the introduction, that inclusive education means providing equal opportunity to every student irrespective of whatever background they belong to, right? And while providing inclusive educations, there might be some problem, there might be some limitations, challenges, which we need to look into in order to bring out a positive solution which will improve the inclusive education and its functioning for the benefit of all the students who are enrolled in an inclusive school or environment, right? So basically we are going to talk about different type of barriers means limitations or problems or disadvantages. All right, that is what we mean by barriers. These barriers can be broadly categorized into three types, that is societal barriers, institutional barriers, and individual challenges. First of all, let us talk about societal barriers. See, societal means what? Of course, it is related to society, right? So, let us see cultural stigma and discrimination. Negative societal attitudes and stereotypes towards students with disabilities or those from marginalized communities create obstacles to their inclusion. Now, see, we all live in a society, as we know that no man is an island, right? We live in a community, in a neighborhood, in an environment. So, we know that there are different type of people. So might be some people who are very stereotypical in their thinking, which means they think that yes, the disabled children, they should not be accepted in the society, or they should not be allowed to play with their children, right? This kind of mindset, this type of people they have, which becomes as an obstacle to the disabled children. Lack of awareness, limited understanding of the benefits of inclusive education among parents, educators, and policymakers often lead to resistance. Now, you see, we lack awareness, which means we don't know what are the facilities provided to the disabled children, or what are the things we as parents, as teachers, as policymakers can do in order to break these societal barriers and make the students or make the disabled children feel that they are accepted in the society, so that they don't feel embarrassed and left out. Economic disparities. Families from lower income groups may struggle to afford necessary resources like assistive devices or additional support for the children. So, of course, we know economy or the financial problem always have a direct effect on the standard by which we live, right? So, family with lower income might have to struggle to support their disabled children because they might be needing some hearing aids, or some type of assistive devices, the support system for their disabled children, for whatever they are disabled in, right? Hearing aids, or brailles, or anything whichever they need in order to make their study a smooth one, right? Institutional barriers. Of course, institutional means it can be schools, it can be colleges. So, inadequate policies, lack of clear enforceable policies supporting inclusive education results in inconsistent implementation. What happens is that inadequate policies means the rules and regulations are not enough. It is not clear. So enforcing these policies which supports the inclusive education results in inconsistent implementation. All right, so you have to remember that insufficient funding. Many educational institutions lack the financial resource to create an inclusive environment, such as providing special equipment or training for teachers. So the government, be it central government, be it state government, they should be funding, they should provide enough funding to these colleges and institutions so that they can provide all the basic necessities which are required for the well-being of these specially abled children. Rigid curriculum. Standardized curriculum often fail to accommodate diverse learning needs, limiting access for students who require differentiated instruction. See, standard means rigid, means it is not flexible. It is not flexible. So, the curriculum which is not flexible may not cater to the need of the individuals who are specially abled or students who are specially abled. So they might not be able to make full use of all the opportunities and the materials, study materials, resources provided to them because of this rigid or non-flexible curriculum. Infrastructure challenges. Schools may lack facilities such as ramps, accessible toilets, or special classrooms, making physical accessibility a major issue. So, infrastructure challenges means there might not be enough, ramps. There might be only staircase. So we have to take care of the children who have locomotory problem, right? They are not able to walk. So they need to carry themselves with the help of wheelchair, so wheelchair will not run on the staircase, so they have to make ramp, right? Ramp. And they should make special toilets for the differently abled children, and the classroom should also be special, and all the needs and requirement of the individual should be taken care of while deciding the policies, right? Now, what is individual barriers? Teachers' preparedness. Many teachers are not adequately trained to address the diverse needs of students, including those with disabilities. See, we in our country, we lack teachers training programs, right? Our teachers are not trained so well. So many teachers might not have idea how to deal with the students who are specially abled and the students who are intelligent and the students who are average, or the students who have dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, right? They might not be well equipped with the technologies, with the resources they should be using while dealing with such children. Students' challenges. Students with special needs or those from marginalized backgrounds may face language barriers, low self esteem, or difficulty adapting to school environment. So, those children who are special children may be from marginalized background with financial problem, with you know with language problem, or with they might be having low self esteem because their friends are not accepting them, or they might have difficulty in adapting to the school environment because the environment is very new to that person with that disability, whatever he or she might be having, right? So it becomes a challenge for them to accept what is outside and what is inside of them. And it becomes a challenge to make the events outside and inside directly proportional to one another, right? Parental support. Some parents may hesitate to enroll their children in inclusive settings due to fear of bullying or inadequate attention to their children's needs, to their child's needs. Now, some of the parents might not be so comfortable sending their children for inclusive education because they know that my child is physically disabled, or my child is mentally disabled, or my child is having hearing problem, or may have maybe blind, or maybe partially have lost his or her vision. So because of this, they might not be comfortable for sending their child for inclusive education, where the normal children also study, the average children also study, right? And the disabled or the specially able children also study. So the parents might not be so comfortable. Now, my dear friends, one special note I want to add up here, that is what you and me, we should never call anybody disabled. This is banned. This word is banned. So we should never call a child, oh, he is disabled. Never. In fact, we should use the term specially abled. Right? Suppose if a child he comes to school with the help of wheelchair, you must not call him that he is disabled. No, he is handicapped. No, we don't use these kind of words for humans. We will say, oh yes, that specially abled child. Oh yes, that specially abled girl. This is the word we use for children with special needs. All right, we call them special children. Never call them handicapped or disabled. It is very very bad. Right. Now let us see technological barriers. Lack of assistive technology. The absence of devices like screen readers, hearing aids, or adaptive learning software limits access to quality education for students with disabilities. See, technology, we know in this world where science is so advanced, everything is getting adapted into technology, right? So here, lack of assistive technology for the children who are specially abled might be a challenge for them. You know, the absence of devices like screen readers, hearing aids, or adaptive learning software can limit the students' quality of education, right? Digital divide. Limited access to technology in rural or underserved areas further marginalize students. Now, you see, of course, children who stay in villages and rural areas might not have access to enough technology. We know that in our own state, Meghalaya, we do not have enough network. We do not have enough, connection or data to make the best use of all the online resources available in online mode. Right now, why am I not taking classes in live mode? It is because of the network problem, right? We don't have good quality of network in rural areas, but I want all my learners to enroll themselves and do their coaching with Ashok tutorial. So that's why I'm taking classes in the form of recorded videos. Right, I'm not able to take the classes live because of the network problem they have. But if I would have taken live class, then maybe only 5 or 10 students might have enrolled. But since I'm taking coaching classes in recorded form, so there are many individuals who have enrolled, right? So this is a success for me, that many I can reach to many people in just with the help of just this online tech. Conclusion, we can say that addressing these barriers required a multifaceted approach involving policymakers, educators, parents, and the broader community. See, now, of course, we understood what is the problem. So, if we understood what is the problem, then now we need to take action. But you and me alone, we cannot take the action. We need to take the action with the help of the policymakers, with the help of teachers, professors, educators, parents, and the broader community as a whole, right? Initiatives such as teachers' training programs, improved infrastructures, and public awareness campaigns can foster a more inclusive education system. Now, you see, we should try to take initiative in training the teachers so that they are able to cater to the needs of the children. Then we should also try to improve the buildings, the infrastructures, all right, and also practice bala. Bala is what? Bala means building as learning aids. And as much as possible, we should try to educate the people, to spread the awareness so that people know what are the do's and don'ts when we have children who are specially abled. All right, by recognizing and addressing these barriers, we can ensure that all students have the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed in an equitable manner. So, when we practice these outcomes of whatever the challenges we have, if we practice these initiatives given if we practice these initiatives as teachers, as policymakers, as parents, educators, then we will be able to provide equal and equitable opportunity to each and every child who are specially abled, children who are intelligent, children who are average, children who are slow learners, right? So we can take care of each and every child in the society. All right, so I think this is all on this video. So thank you everyone for staying connected with the Ashok tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTech channel.